Good morning. My name is Toni Donnelly. I'm a national trainer and coach at UConn School of Social Work Innovations Institute. Today I'm going to talk about language. Imagine you're a parent and you just received records you requested from your son's outpatient treatment. And in the record you read, "Father is irresponsible and mother lets him get away with it." What is your first reaction? For me, it was thoughts of humiliation and inadequacy as a person and as a parent. These thoughts generated feelings of shame, embarrassment, and anger. Did they really think I could control how my husband behaved? These words formed more than a record. They left a lasting imprint of how others saw our family. And this imprint still echoes today. These words also reinforce the stigma that parents are the problem versus the problem being the problem. Whether spoken or written, words leave lasting imprints in our minds and in our consciousness that impact how we see the world and those around us. That's the power of language. It's more than just the words. It's about how we shape identity, belonging, and relationships. Language evolves. And so must we, especially when partnering with families. Words hold power, but their meanings shift over time. Terms that once alienated communities are now being reclaimed by the very communities targeted. These include LGBTQ individuals, people living with disabilities, communities of color, and individuals with mental health needs. Youth and families are often at odds with one another. And there's words that create distance. For years, individuals have used rigid system-driven language that distances families instead of empowering them. Some of the words that are worn out and no longer useful are words like resistant, non-compliant, and manipulative. If we can reframe those words from resistant to reasonably cautious, or dysfunctional to multi-stressed, we can change the way we build relationships. Youth are rewriting the language of identity. They reject labels that don't fit and co-create words that resonate with their lived experience. Families, too, are redefining what it means to be engaged. Traditional top-down approaches don't work anymore. If we want families to feel seen, we need to co-create language that resonates with their realities. It's about moving away from deficit-based language and embracing strength-based language. Because at the end of the day, language is either a bridge or a barrier, and we get to choose which one we build. So let's talk about hope. Hope is not just an emotion or a thought, it's a language. It's a way of speaking, listening, and understanding that builds bridges instead of walls. Too often we speak in judgment, in blame, and in fear. Hope speaks the language of nonviolent communication, where we replace criticism with curiosity, demands with requests, and assumptions with empathy. Hope hears the difficulty behind the words. Hope feels the feelings beneath the words. Hope doesn't silence pain, but it gives it a place to be understood. When we speak the language of hope, we say, "I see you, I hear you, you matter." So how do we move forward? We need to pause and listen. Youth and families are already telling us what language works. Are we paying attention? We need to challenge outdated terms. If a word distances or disempowers, it's time to retire it. We need to highlight the strength and resilience of youth and families. We need to learn the language of nonviolent communication, which leads to more respectful and peaceful interactions. So in closing, let's choose our words carefully. Let's make them reflect the world we want to build, one of compassion, understanding, partnership, and hope.